Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Quick 18. I'm your host, Dave Schultz, alongside co-host Andy Carroll. We're back for another episode. Here's 5 this month. Every single week, we're going to join you for the Quick 18. It's a big month. It's July. It's big-time golf in this area. And it is, again, brought to you by the Hole-in-One Show, now re-airing on KX in the eastern part of North Dakota, western Minnesota, and out west on West Dakota Fox. Season 6 of the Hole-in-One Show. And we do have Season 7 lined up for the Dakota Series. We're going to be shooting Season 7 on September 14th, Sunday, September 14th at the Fargo Country Club 7th hole. Qualifying dates and times and locations will be coming out August 15th. So go to theholeinoneshow.com for all information for qualifying for Season 7 of the Hole-in-One Show. What are we going to do today? We are going to take a quick look back at our really wonderful picks for the Scottish Open last week, a little preview of the British Open or the Open Championship. We'll talk about how we refer to that in Segment 1. Segment 2, Club Confidential. We have some fun things to highlight, a personal best for one of our lady golfers, PGA Junior Championship this Friday on the par 3, and then also the big member guests next week. And then finally, in our Go Golf segment, Andy and I just got done playing a Pro-Am in Brainerd. We'll recap that, as well as a Pro Gal coming up next Monday in DL. So with all that said, Andy, Scottish Open, at least your guy made the cut.
Yeah.
Whoa. I picked Morikawa, and he's between caddies. Did he carry his own bag? I mean, he missed the cut. What happened?
Seemed like it. Obviously, I didn't see a whole lot of the golf, during the work week or during the weekend. But yeah, I mean, when you see a new PGA Tour winner and Chris Goddard, like you'd think, these top 5 guys, and that's just the game of golf. It's you've gotta be hot when you're hot and capitalize on it. And right now, there's some big names who are struggling a little bit, and hopefully Colin comes around, because I think the world of golf's better when he's playing well. So your pick, Tommy Fleetwood, at least made the cut. So I'm not sure what we say about our picks this week for the British Open or Open Championship. I'll start right there. What do you refer to the Open or the British Open? Depends on who I'm talking to.
Okay.
If it's like a golf crew and we're like, hey, who do you got coming up for the Open? It's pretty, I'm going to call it universal that we're talking about the British Open. Okay. But a lot of people, if I say the Open, they're like the U.S. Open, the Australian Open.
There's a third option.
The Canadian.
I didn't even add the option that I say. I say British. The British.
The British.
The British.
I like the British. I'm an Open guy.
Okay.
I'm an Open guy. I don't know. I love it. I can't wait for my cup of coffee at 2:15 Thursday morning.
Do you really wake up that early?
Don't miss a first. If
I get up, because I'm like up anyway. I don't have to be the British Open. I'm pretty much up that early. If I send you a text at 2:15, are you dialed in with a cup of coffee watching?
Oh,
I'll
FaceTime you.
Watching the British.
Watching the Open.
Okay. All right. Well, what time are you going to go to bed then?
We don't have, let's see, Wednesday night. I don't know. We'll see. Get Wednesday's results done and then probably hit the sheets.
It's at Royal Portrush this year. Last time it was at Royal Portrush was in 2019. The hometown kid, Rory McIlroy, he's in nice form coming in this week. Only lost by a couple shots last week. But last time it was at Royal Portrush, he opened with a 79 and missed the cut. Rory has had a little bit of a letdown mentally, emotionally maybe, after the win at the Masters and getting the career Grand Slam. Seems to be in good form, though. What do you think Rory's chances are this week?
I mean, his game's in good shape. I think, truthfully, I don't think Rory's game necessarily thrives at a place like Portrush.
Okay.
You've got to keep the ball in play. Obviously, we look back at previous winners. You're looking at guys like Shane Lowry, Tommy Fleetwood, guys who maybe aren't the biggest bombers, but they have this little, either with Lowry more of a low cut and with Fleetwood more of a low to mid-flight draw. So guys who can keep balls under the wind. Obviously, I remember the conditions being crazy. Shane Lowry, man, he's kind of a little, just he sticks around, and he never really makes crazy big numbers, and he putts so well that I might have him go back-to-back here. I think I'm going to go right now. On the record.
Are you?
Shane Lowry.
All right. I'm going to do a 1A and a 1B.
Okay.
My 1A is Fitzpatrick. He's hot. He's
is.
got two top tens his last 3 starts. or last 2 starts. Rocket Classic tied for 8th, and then last week T4. He's in good form. He is a major champion and won the 2022 U.S. Open. But here's the thing about McIlroy. A lot of times, and I've experienced this, I know you have, traveling around and you just get so into the results. Sometimes you need to come back home and play like a kid again.
Yep.
Rory McIlroy set the course record here as a teenager at 60 shooting 61. So if you're looking for a guy, right, who's had a little bit of struggle getting up for playing golf again after having winning the career Grand Slam, clearly he was into it last week. He only lost by 2. He's going home. If there's ever going to be a group of fans that's going to welcome him with open arms, he's going to be anything that he may feel at a PGA Tour event that he doesn't like, he's going to feel the opposite. He's going to be floating around that place. And if you get him in the right mental space, he's a tough guy to beat. So I'm going 1A, 1B. I guess I get 2 picks this week. I got Fitzpatrick, and then they're both finished in the top 5 last week. It'll be fun to watch Rory. And if Rory's in the hunt, I don't care if you like him or not. It's going to be so much fun to watch.
So much fun. I mean, ideally for me, like our final 3 are, I would love to see like coming down the stretch. You got McIlroy, you got Fleetwood, and you got Lowry. Just 3 Europeans grinding it out. Okay. Maybe throw an American for the Ryder Cup vibes. But and then wasn't on the agenda today, but thought about this. On the LPGA side this past weekend, they had a major championship. Lottie Wood, an amateur, number 1 amateur in the world, was the clubhouse leader. I think she ended up finishing 2 off the lead, but probably one of the closest things that I've seen in my lifetime for an amateur
in a major
to win a major.
Really cool.
So super cool to watch that. And if you don't watch it a lot, highly recommend watching professional ladies golf. The way that they capitalize on birdie opportunities, but also just keep balls in play.
They don't hit it. It's straight.
They don't
every time.
The penalty strokes on the LPGA side is, and a lot of the times it's a lot of the same yardages that an amateur male is probably hitting. 270 off the tee, 260 off the tee, and you can really learn a lot from where they spend their practice. Because yes, they hit fairways, but man, are their short irons good.
Yeah. All right, British Open this week. The British or the Open, whatever you want to call it. If you are up and interested in reaching out to Andy and have his cell phone, give him a call. Give him a text, 2:15 a.m. He'll be waiting for you. Talk a little British Open, and we'll recap the events of the last major of the season next week on the podcast. Next up, it's FCC Club Confidential. Stay with us. Season 6 of the Hole-in-One Show presented by Bell Bank and Shields. Tune in Sunday nights at 10:35 to see if these amateur golfers have what it takes to navigate their nerves when the cameras are rolling. Each contestant gets 2 shots, and one in the hole wins a brand new Cadillac from Gateway Cadillac. Check it out as we move closer to the $100,000 milestone of money raised on the show. Because you know this, if it's Sunday night, it's time for the Hole-in-One Show. Welcome back, everybody, to the Quick 18. It's now time for FCC Club Confidential. This week, we're going to talk a little bit about warming up before you actually hit that first range ball. At 42 myself, I've played a lot of golf. Not as ready to go right out of the gates as usual, and it is very important to get ready to play golf before you take that first swing. Take a look. Hey, members, Dave here checking in with your pro tip. All right, today we're talking warm-up. You know what? The older I get, the more I realize that I'm going to go out and hit some bad golf shots. I can deal with that. But what I don't like is getting out there and not feeling like I'm physically capable to take a golf swing, or something's going to hurt after I give it a full gas driver. So what I've been doing a lot more lately and being disciplined and making sure that I'm doing the pre-warm-up routine that gets my body feeling a little bit more athletic, a little younger. And so here's what I do. First thing, just jump in place. And I do all these things for about a minute. Jump in place, get the body moving, get the blood flowing. Next thing I do, arm waves. Back, through, back, through. Give it a little gas near the end, a little bit faster as you get through that minute. Then I really like the body waves. Back, back, back. I'm out of breath. Over and over for about a minute. Then we get into trunk twist. Start slow, okay? Arms in tight. Start feeling that core, start feeling that lower back loosening up. As you get to the end of that minute, give it a little bit more, a little bit faster as we work towards the end of that minute interval. Last thing I like to do is just simple golf swings without a golf club, but I want to make sure I get that belt buckle turning all the way back and all the way through. So here's what I do. Get that turn, back, through, back, and through. Do that for a minute. Now we've earned our way to a wedge. Start slow. Don't go straight to driver. Don't be a hero. Start with the wedge and slowly warm up. Now, I'm not under the impression I'm going to hit a perfect wedge shot here. My whole goal is just for it not to hurt, right? We want to be warmed up, feel like an athlete before we go to the range, and give ourselves a chance to hit some good golf shots and just feel good over the golf ball. Let's see what we have here. You might not be able to see that, but that was a pure wedge shot. That's what I do to warm up. Maybe you can incorporate it into your warm up as well. That was your pro tip. Hope that helps. Get the body moving a little bit. Get ready to hit good golf shots. Andy, we just played a Pro-Am in Brainerd, and I tell you, I needed to lean on this before day number 2. It's I gotta be careful how many days in a row you play because you start to move a little slower as you go through the days. What do you do to get ready before you start hitting range balls?
Yeah, I'm a big foam roll guy.
Okay.
Obviously depends on, like, if I'm playing a tournament, it's like full activation. Like, I actually prefer to work out before I play.
Full activation.
And yeah, I mean, I actually hit it way better when I get when I'm my upper body's almost physically tired going to the golf course.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like I make a better turn through the golf swing.
Okay.
But
By the way, the freezer drill.
So many comments.
High praise.
So many comments.
Works.
It does.
So
yeah.
was there a personal best, right? Somebody did it and had a personal best?
Yeah. Mr. Keem, one of our members, said that, he basically tried it on the range and then applied it to almost every golf shot out there. And he said he hit it awesome and just loved it. So a lot of comments about that. So appreciate all those who commented. And
now we have a personal best to share on the podcast this week.
We do.
On the Club Confidential. Who had the personal best?
Miss Trisha Reel.
Perfect.
Broke 80 at FCC.
That's a huge milestone.
Huge milestone.
Breaking 80 is like the 4-minute mile. I mean, you break it once.
And it's incredible. We were just talking about like how when you're hot, you got to be hot. Yeah. And sometimes you go into some cold spells. Trisha came to Brevin, came to I about probably week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and just said like, hey, I'm struggling. Topping golf shots, that kind of stuff, and then boom. A quick fix, and it's like, all right, we just shot a career best. So it's crazy, this game, how it's like one small tweak, you don't really notice it, one small tweak, and she's shooting a career best. So
yeah, that's
congratulations.
Great. Congratulations for sure. We had the Pro Gal last week. We have a Pro Gal coming up this week in DL. Do we have a full team?
We do.
4 teams?
Yep, we just got our last one added this morning. So yeah, it's going to be a fun turnout, and that's always a fun trip for the ladies.
Now, somewhat quiet golf schedule this week leading up to the member guests next week. Obviously, a lot of prep this week for that tournament. But this week we do have a championship, the July Par 3 Junior Championship. Let's remind everybody what we're doing, what we're playing for the juniors.
Yeah, so juniors is anyone 17 and under. Come out to the Par 3 course. Tee times will start. Par 3 will open that day at 9 a.m. For the juniors. Come out. Got to be playing with somebody. And you have an opportunity to try and qualify for the Minnesota PGA section Pro Junior. So myself, Dave, probably a few others will be playing as the pros, and you have an opportunity to earn your way onto the team by playing in these junior Par 3 championships. We for sure have one person in already, and that's Parker Horst.
Nice.
So congratulations, Parker. But yeah, that 14 to 17 range, we need some more players in that. Parker actually played really, really well. He might have won it regardless, but we only had one person playing it. The younger ages, we had a good amount. So love to see boys, girls, everybody come out, have some fun, and give yourself a chance to qualify.
We're just over just over a week away from the member guest. Now it starts to be checking the forecast. I mean, it's looking good.
Yeah.
It's looking good. It's looking a high of 80, low of 60, ideal conditions. We are, knock on wood, but it's looking really nice. Excited.
It's that time where it's like you start to, you've got your overview. Now it's just the details, crossing T's, dotting I's, and making sure
Speaking of, we have members who do not practice, but we're starting to see a lot of members. All of a sudden, they're range rats. All of a sudden, they're down below trying to hit wedges, and they're on the putting green. If there's ever practice, ever, it is within the 2 weeks before the member guest. There are some guys out there grinding. I'm saying late night action. Isn't that funny?
It's
great. It's a major.
I joked about it because yesterday when we got home from the Pro-Am, I swung in the club and we had, I probably saw 4 or 5 guys out there practicing. And I looked at the tee sheet. I'm like, there's really nobody playing golf this afternoon, but we got a lot of guys practicing. Yeah. I love to see it.
So what do you think? I think next week on the pod, right before the tournament, we throw some odds out there. We take a look at the teams. We see the flights. They'll be ready by then, right? We'll have to have some picks.
Ooh.
We'll have to have some picks for our own member guests next week.
I like this.
That'll be fun. Well, that'll do it for FCC Club Confidential. Hope everybody has a great week. Hope to see you at the FCC this week. Now, stay tuned. Next up, the Go Golf segment on the Quick 18.
Big news from the Hole-in-One Show. The Hole-in-One Show is expanding to Arizona. Season 1 of the Hole-in-One Show Desert Series, presented by Bell Bank, will be statewide in Arizona on Arizona's Family Sports, January, February of 2026. We are shooting the inaugural Desert Series on November 2nd on the 9th hole of Grass Clippings Rolling Hills in Tempe. We couldn't be more excited about growing the footprint of this show and giving golfers from the Grand Canyon State the chance of winning on the Hole-in-One Show Desert Series. It's time to take this show to Arizona.
Welcome in for our final segment, the Quick 18. It is the Go Golf segment. Andy and I just got done playing a Pro-Am over in Brainerd at the Craigan's Dutch 18, Dutch 27, the red and white, and then the Lehman 18. 2-day tournament. It was a lot of fun. Brought John Casper, one of our members, one of our waitlist members, and also Jeff Rusfang, one of our members over there, played on my team. And then you played with a group from over there. It was fun to play. I tell you what, those courses, you better, especially Lehman, you better hit the fairway. I mean, it's like Blair Witch on both sides.
Narnia.
Narnia. There's Narnia. Yeah, then at the Dutch 18, I mean, there's woods on both sides. So it's like playing in the desert, except there's no chance of maybe finding it in the dirt.
No.
I mean, you have to hit the fairway. So it's a little demanding off the tee.
It is. It's for sure, especially with the pins, too. Like, not only demanding off the tee, but then you got to step up and hit a shot with some of these pin locations, or it's, you're staring 40 feet with mounds and moguls. But awesome 2 golf courses. I thought they were in great shape. I know I had a lot of fun, and just always fun to get out and compete, even if it's in a Pro-Am. But yeah,
Andrew Israelson, he won the Pro Division 8 under, played really well. Two rounds of 4 under. There was a 3 under. I was at 1 under. So it was fun to get out and play, and now we look forward to next week. We're a little Pro-Am over in DL.
Yeah.
Pro Gal.
Yeah, that's my kind of golf course.
Spray Is it though? You bomb it. It's kind of it's a small ballpark.
But how I look at it is I need to be at that window where it's like 72 plus to have an advantage, or it needs to be like under 65, 66.
Huh.
Like that window for me. So like, for instance, can you think about hole 13 at DCC?
Yeah.
Right? So like last year to start the tournament, I started on that hole, peg it up high, choke up a little bit on driver, send it over the trees, hit it to 8 feet. Like the drivable par fours.
Pitching wedge.
Right, and so that's what I'm saying is like the really short courses or the really long courses, I feel like where I can maybe have a touch of advantage with distance. But I like DCC, and I feel like a lot of left to rights, which we love. we love seeing it left to right.
We do like left to right. Recap, I want to share that last week on the podcast, I talked about I was going to go to Chicago and play Medina. Had a chance to go out there, play, they call it the Medina 54. There's 3 golf courses, was able to touch all 3 courses in a day and a half. A lot of fun. Course number 3 is where they're going to host the President's Cup next year. Kind of interesting. They're using the 5th hole at Medina as their first hole because they want to make sure those matches hit certain holes.
Yeah.
And 1 through 4 didn't change a whole lot, and so they want to make sure people, the players make it through the new holes. It was fantastic. I mean, anytime you get a big time firm to come through and work on a championship golf course like that, the interesting thing that I took away from it was this golf course got more difficult for me, player playing from the backs, whereas I also look at the game through my lens of my wife playing the game, who's a 38 handicap and really just getting into it, and she would have just as much fun as I did playing that golf course. It's playable. So the whole idea is to make things more playable for the junior or the new to golf person, right? And then also more difficult for the championship player who's looking at carrying bunkers 290 to 300 yards. It was a great blend. We're seeing that a lot in course design to make it more inclusive. And it's not golf courses one size fits all. You were talking about just the heavy rough kind of Oakmont thing. I think if you miss a green and it's all shaved down to fairway length, it makes it more difficult for the great player and easier for the new player. And I'll let you say why.
It creates options.
Yes.
If you have a green with a shaved area runoff and you run down 5 feet, us as good players, we look at that and we're like, okay, I could go 50-degree banked into the hill with a little bit of juice, pop it up and get it to stop. We could go open up a 60, maybe play a little bounce, try and slam it in and get it up and over. Or for a 38 handicap, putter.
Done.
And that is so much more fun. And trying to get more and more people into this great game, the more we can do exactly what you just said. The golf ball's going a long ways, right? There's a lot of bunkers when you go to play courses that are not in play for us.
Not anymore.
Right? They're not in play. But they're in play for the people who they shouldn't be in play
exactly.
for.
100%.
Those fairways need to be wider for the players who maybe struggle a little bit or new to the game, and make it challenging. Like
to your point around the greens. If there's a shot around the green on fairway, I'm thinking pitching wedge, gap wedge, sand wedge, lob wedge, or putter. 5 options, right? Or maybe even 8-iron. Yeah. These 5 options, as I'm over it with whatever I decide, there's a little extra pressure to hit a good shot, because if I don't hit a good shot, gosh, I should have been this. I should have putted that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so that's where, if it's heavy rough, and 60 degree, all I got to do is make sure that I
hack and whack, let it dribble out.
That's all. It's a one shot. It's not.
It's one-dimensional.
It's one-dimensional for the good player, and then it's like I can't even play this game for the person new to the game. So the flowiness and the visuals are great, and so it's fun to see that new design with that in mind. And
it's the modern game.
It is the modern game. Well, that was fun as always. Another podcast, another quick 18. In the can, and so thanks for being with us. And next week we will do a recap of the British Open. We will preview the FCC member guest, and we'll give you a recap of how the Pro Gal went in DL. See you next week on the Quick 18.